Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching You. This is episode 6, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So the second part of the season has been released, and you know, we are on the final stretch. Hopefully it's really good. You know, I want the show to end very, very well because it's been a fantastic show, and you know, hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Now, obviously the first part of the season, it was kind of a whodunit, wasn't it? You know, and it was even referencing it themselves. Joe was getting anonymous texts, you know, they were saying they know who he is. Basically, they revealed that, you know, their plan first was to kill Malcolm and then obviously frame Joe. But then once they seen how successful he was with obviously removing the body and disposing of it, you know, they got more intrigued by him. They started doing investigating and digging, and you know, the more they researched, the more they found, and they realized that it is Joe Goldberg and not Jonathan, and you know, started manipulating him and trying, you know, to get him to do things and work for them. Obviously, Joe's trying to be figuring out all season who it is. A couple of deaths kept rolling in, didn't there? You know, Joe's kind of getting closer to Kate as well. They slept together a couple of times at the country house as well. You know, Joe ended up getting attacked. Now, it looked like it was going to be Rolled, the person that, you know, was the person that's obviously been anonymously texting Joe. But no, it turns out that it was one of the people that we was considering. Yes, we was considering two, Nadia or Reese. And it was indeed Reese. Yes, so the person that is running for Mayor of London is the person that's actually taking down his friends. Now, obviously, he's doing it because basically, you know, I think he said that he was doing it because they're like rich, and he's obviously come up from you know, like a poverty-stricken background, and they don't really deserve everything that they've got, and they've got pretty much you know, deserve what's coming to them. That was kind of his like insinuation. But obviously Joe, you know, he doesn't really like killing anymore. You know, this guy wanted to team up, and Joe obviously didn't want to do that. And now you can see that this second half of the season, now he's been exposed, Joe wants to go after him. Now, it's going to be really interesting because, like I said, he's going to be high profile. He's going to be running for mayor. Don't know how Joe's going to get to him, but this guy does know a lot of information about Joe, and Joe's not really got any dirt on him yet. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can dig up in the final few episodes. And like I said, I'm excited to see how the show actually ends. That's where we currently are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump in to episode 6 of season 4 of You.
I grew up with a council estate in Lewisham. I saw over and over again how not everybody's getting the same chances.
You're one clever psychopath. I'll give you that.
What about all of these rich friends of yours being off day?
The Met Police will find whoever it is and catch them. I have every faith.
Just walk past him, didn't even flinch.
Believe me, but I can catch you.
Here's that woman again. The only thing with that woman, yeah, is either she's working for the Love family, you know what I mean, or I don't know, maybe she's a person that's running her own investigation, believing that Love didn't actually, and you know what I mean, like that situation there, you know, with the whole scenario, didn't believe any of it, and she's running her own private thing, because that is literally the third time we've seen her try or be in a location where Joe is taking pictures.
Breaking into Henderson's was tricky. This one is worse.
I'm leaving. I'm going to escape for a few months. Take the family yacht up to St. Bart's and unwind my nerves.
Maybe like a trinket or a bottle of rum with you.
Good riddance. He doesn't deserve her.
You're not exactly in the strongest negotiating position. Verge of bankruptcy, staff walking out. I'll get you a diamond that will more than pay for your car collection. And if she says no, you return the stone and I keep the car collection. Don't take the bet. I'm sure Phoebe will be more than happy to marry a financial and emotional black hole.
You're on.
Prepare to eat shit.
When you promised we'd work through our issues, I assumed you meant in the same room.
Of course, darling.
I feel like I'm being followed.
You have not slept in days, and it's no wonder you're feeling so damn paranoid. Now I'm moving you in here until you're feeling more like yourself.
You out in the world, alone, unguarded, safe, at home, or surrounded in public. How can I get you if I can't get close to you?
Office hours, did you forget? You got a thing for Reesement Road just like the rest of London. I mean, even I have to admit, his heart does seem to be in the right place. One of the girls saw him shirtless on his morning jog around Regent's Park.
It's we have a date in the park.
Chase after him and hit him with a brick again. He's the same thing over and over again, isn't it? Oh, he's in Joe's house.
Hero of the Hampsey House fire.
What do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I want a friend.
Someone who shares my interests.
Malcolm was blackmailing me over my not-so-little gambling habit. Simon's exploitation of women was about to leak, couldn't be associated. Gemma embarrassed me, fucked my image, ruined my campaign.
You're sick.
If I weren't rooting for you, don't you think you'd be dead by now? What we have in common is rare. I know your strengths too, and when you fail to live up to them, oh, it's so disappointing. One chance to make it up to me. Find someone to frame for it all. Otherwise, you're going down for all of it.
See, from Joel's situation there, you know that he is in a high power position, and like so far he has successfully done. So like Joel hasn't actually killed those people. He killed Malcolm. You know, he killed I forgot the other guy, the second person, and then he also killed Gemma. So do you know what I mean? Like that's 3 people that he's killed and left no evidence at the scene. So he shows that he is in a good position, and you know, he probably isn't somebody that should be messed with. Now, obviously, if Joe wanted to take him out, he should have tried there. You know, it's probably his best, you know what I mean? If trying to look for a way in, well, the guy's brought it. The guy's there, standing in front of you, in your place, with nobody around to protect him, no cameras. The best thing would have been if Joe did have some sort of audio system going, you know what I mean, to record inside of his house, because then he just got him pretty much revealing it all. So, well, that's obviously not happened, but it's going to be interesting to see what Joe actually does. Now, again, you know, we've seen him offer up his car collection for a ring, pretty much. You know, if he takes a big diamond ring, proposes to Phoebe, she says yes, then he gets to keep it. Do you know what I mean? If she says no, then he's got to hand it back and his cars. It's a tough one, that, mate. I would have gone 50-50, I say. If she said no, you get half of the cars. I wouldn't have put it all on the line.
Big event tonight, and we are so grateful that you could start on such short notice.
Invite him here. I feel safe with him around. He's like my little bottle of human Valium, and he's a hero.
Just blanks each other again.
But I think I'm being followed. I've even begun questioning my friends. Gossiping, darling. I can't see either of them hurting a fly. On the other hand,
Go on.
concerned. He's untethered, drinking in the morning, drugged up to his eyeballs, erratic. The police are even suspicious because he has no alibi.
Nope, can't get distracted. She's a free woman.
I'm sorry if you're lost, by the way. I was hoping I could charm you into giving a private showing.
I have serious collectors coming tonight.
And I'm just a charming fuckboy using daddy's money to buy trendy art. Just mentioning, I don't work for my dad anymore.
You make an offer, and I'll need guarantees, but I'll take it seriously. I think that's fair.
I asked Connie to lunch to assess him for frameability.
I'm glad you called, actually. I owe you a massive apology for everything that happened at Hampstead. It's got all memory of anything. So off my tits, I barely remember my own name sometimes. You can't do coke with a broken nose. No. I asked my maid to give me a booty bump this morning. Someone blows cocaine up your bum through a straw.
What the hell?
The saddest.
Help me.
If I frame him, I could be saving his life.
Bro, he needs to put cameras in his house if people are coming in and out. The thing is, right, okay, so Joel's going to frame that guy, but how's he physically going to frame him? You know, like, he'd have to plant that ear on him, and the ear's frozen. Like, so it's obvious that somebody's dropped it there. Do you know what I mean? First of all, it's got no of that person's DNA as well. So unless all Joe has to do is say, yo, it's this guy. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's good enough for Reese, like, to go ahead with the framing. Then that's different. But sending that to Joel, it's kind of like a message as well, isn't it? It's like, look, mate, get that scapegoat, otherwise you're next, as he's just kind of just said there. But also, you know, I wonder if that's got some evidence on, some DNA. Do you know what I mean? Because we did see the finger get cut off, and we did see the ear get cut off. And obviously the finger's been sent into the police to show that obviously Malcolm was murdered, and now obviously this is still unknown. So whoever gets found with that in their possession is going to be the prime suspect, aren't they?
The perfect place for a frame, J.O.B.
Take a look around, enjoy, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm doing it, buddy. Said some things at Hampstead, but I was on a bunch of shit, and I am sober as a fucking pope right now. I am proposing to Phoebe.
Congrats.
Thank you, man. Now listen, she values your opinion. So when you see her, maybe say something nice about how I swallowed my pride and apologize to you. Nice things, okay?
Adam, I'm very busy.
Say nice things.
Naughty Edward. Hello. Can you say anything?
I'm his date. Could you get me another drink, please?
Right, I called that as well.
Called this day one.
That's Lady Phoebe. Oh my god, do you think she'd take a selfie with me?
She's quite friendly, yeah.
Oh, you know her?
I'll see you later, okay?
What would you do? Slip it in his pocket? Oh, here we go.
Don't engage, can't engage.
I do know you're giving mixed messages. You say you don't want to pursue anything, and then you come to my event.
Okay.
Do you really know what you want, Jonathan?
I want to go after her.
Would you open up and tell her? Because, you know, you kind of been through a bit of shit together, haven't you? And she kind of understands that it's not you.
Oh, Johnny boy. The look of pure pity when I told you about the whole booty bump debacle made me realize I need to change. I want to do something good with my money.
It's today, of all days, to have a spiritual awakening.
I've booked myself into rehab, thanking my higher power for you.
He's not gonna slip it in now, is he?
Lady Borehole Blacksworth, the police have asked me to quietly escort you to the safe room.
Oh, here we go. We'll find out who this woman is.
I can tell you more when we're inside the room.
Sorry, Lady Phoebe, would I be able to get a quick selfie with you? Sorry, I'm just a really big fan.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. The police need to speak to me urgently.
I couldn't decide which I love the most, so I bought them all. I plan to loan most of them to the National Gallery in Athens if you all keep at home. Perhaps you could advise me in a more private setting.
My place. Tomorrow. Bring wine.
Not jealous, because I'm not with Kate. I can't be, so I'm not.
If you're in danger, I should really warn my friends.
I am the danger.
My phone is missing.
Don't worry about your friends. They'll be being looked after.
She needs to actually say who she is then. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she needs to reveal...
Oh, don't be scared. You know me.
I've seen you taking pictures. You're a photographer.
No, I'm your friend. Oh, it's okay. You've been through so much.
I think I'd like to go now.
We're not going anywhere.
Okay.
Look, I know the episode's not finished, and we're obviously going to get more of the story, but do you know what absolutely stresses me out? When people do things that don't explain it. Like, literally, if she has good intentions, just reveal it, for God's sake, you know what I mean? Like, literally, you've just taken Phoebe, locked her in a room, literally padlocked it, said that you're here to protect her from the killer, and you're a photographer, and now you're dressed as a waiter. Do you know what I mean? Like, who are you? And why are you doing this? Do you know what I mean? Like... reveal it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it literally stresses me out, and like the way she's kind of like barging in front of her, you're not going anywhere. It's like you're just making them all scared. If you have good intentions, tell us what it is, reveal why you're doing it, because I want to know who you are. I know you're a photographer and I know you've dressed up here, but who are you? Literally, who are you?
Why are we waiting around? They couldn't have gone far, right?
Check the street and any vehicles outside. You take the back exit, I'll take the front.
Keep this thing going. Don't raise any alarms. Neither one of us can afford to have this night go nuclear.
Maybe fuse Joey, try and plant it on her.
Phoebe told me that she thought she had a stalker.
So where would you take Phoebe if you were a stalker?
I would know the first thing they do is check the perimeter cameras thinking I'd live with her.
What, so she's still in the building?
You do so much for everyone, but I cannot let you put yourself in harm's way. Don't let anything happen to my soul sister. Oh, remember the matching tattoos we got together? Did it heal over? Can't have been deep enough. We will give you another one. Use this. It'll be fine.
What's going on?
Not so much about what it looks like, it's more about the deep intent behind it. I told you
You know what's stressing me out? The absolute randomness of it. Like, that is, I'm not gonna lie, like, it annoys me sometimes when it's like just a completely brand new person. If it was somebody that we'd built up throughout the whole season, that's kind of like wanting to get in with Phoebe and always saying that Adam's not a nice guy, do you know what I mean? Or somebody, one of her old friends that's trying to like reconnect, and she's kind of always pushed her away and stuff. It would make sense, but this woman has literally come out of nowhere to be obsessed with Phoebe, and it's just literally, it's just in a space of one episode, bang, all in. And like, yeah, she's pulled her in, said there's a crazy person out there, padlocked her in a room, got tattoos, whipped out a knife. You know what I mean? She's literally the prime target for Joe. If he can get in that room, he can fight with her or whatever's, do you know what I mean? And he could dip it into a pocket, a jacket, or not. Do you know what? You could just even throw it on the floor, to be honest. Like, you literally could. Like, if Joe broke in there, just launched it on the floor, knocked her out, or like pinned her down, you could say, mate, she's that person. Do you know what I mean? She's the easiest target going right now.
I've just been so jumpy lately, Dawn. I'm so grateful you're always looking out for me.
All those years watching you on the telly, following your social media. When you went to Bora Bora and you tweeted about the sunrise, I knew you were telling me that I was the light in your life. This is going to be hard for you to hear, but Adam is not the man you think he is.
Meaning what?
He's broke. He's using you as a meal ticket.
Adam has plenty of money.
No, he's behind on all his leases. They also say he's been unfaithful. Or perhaps you're looking the other way.
No. It's good that you told. No one has ever looked out for me this way before.
She did actually tell the truth there, though, didn't she?
Tell me more about your mum. Are you two close?
Is everything all right?
I'm I'm with my friend Dawn.
For all we know, he could be the killer.
Oh, he's not. He's a hero. He saved my friend's life.
You are both in danger. The killer is here. If you let me in, I can explain everything.
I don't believe him.
Jonathan's the most honest person I know.
Walk in and just be friendly for now.
Hi, Dawn.
Lock the door. I've been watching you since you shoved in with Phoebe. Here, I tried to look him up, but there's virtually nothing. This man isn't what he says he is. What do you want with Lady Phoebe? Tell me the truth.
Look at her. She's scared.
I don't believe that. Tell him, Phoebe.
Dawn, darling, it's okay. I know you're a good person. Delusion.
Well, you're just cross with me.
Where you think you know someone, you simply don't. You thought Mad was proposing through traffic
But
lights.
that's not happening to me. I know what's real.
Put the knife down.
If somebody killed her, I would never forgive myself. Forgive you! Don't give me the knife! Forgive me! You're crazy!
Oh, she done it.
Try to be nice, you crazy bitch! Think you know me, Dawn? What am I gonna do next?
Freeze! Stay where you are!
Put the knife down! Stay where you are! Happily, happily!
Oh, how's he got it in there that fast?
Unlike Connie, who was only hurting himself, Dawn was endangering Phoebe.
Oh, how did he dip it in that? Oh, he done it. He got there, mate. Distraction.
She's the rich killer.
Where's Nadia at the door looking like sketchy?
Hero again.
Why are you so, like, literally, like, why would she be at that door, like, looking at Joe like accusing? Not, I don't say she's accusing, but why is she suspecting of anything? Like, if anything, she should be believing that that woman is the killer, because she's been in that building. Phoebe was kidnapped. You put the kind of like thing together that all the friends are kind of going, and now she's the next person. Do you know what I mean? And now obviously here she's been found with the, you know, with the ear in her. You would think it was her that was the killer. Now she might be thinking it's Joe, because Joe was like, she's not the killer. Do you know what I mean? When he done that quick lash out. But at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? Like, there's way more evidence in that scenario as a standalone that Joe was fine compared to obviously that other woman, because she was crazy. And I can't believe that people would sit here at home and like scroll through their Instagram feed or scroll through Twitter and think somebody like Harry Styles done a tweet and he was speaking directly to them, or Justin Bieber wrote a song and it was them that he was singing to. That is madness, how people actually do that.
It's over. I did what you asked. The killer, in quotes, was caught.
Do you not think it's weird that a few weeks ago he knew bugger all about detective stories? And now suddenly he's Hercule Poirot. When was the last time you read something where the outsider kept being the hero but actually had no deeper connection whatsoever to the story? It just seems like he's the kind of man who knows more than he lets on.
What I'm saying is, why are you so concerned about someone else's life, about how he's a hero to one of his friends that you know nothing about?
What is this about, Adam?
Why don't you open that up?
I reckon he's got a ring on there.
Phoebe, will you marry me?
Adam.
I've chartered a jet, and it's going to take us straight to the Hotel du Cap. I need you, and almost losing you made me realize that.
Or was it almost losing something else? Your reputation, your lifestyle. I know about your money problems. I want someone who loves me, truly loves me.
I love you more than anything in this world. Not about money?
Then you will sort your problems out and come back to me, won't you?
She's got to back out because she's got feelings of Joe and she just can't get it out of her head.
Tom Lockwood. You're working for him. You're working for my father.
It's not what you think. I'm just...
He had you by the art. Lying. This whole time.
I wasn't lying. I have stepped away from my family.
Yes, to work for mine. It's infinitely worse.
Trying to help.
You can leave now. Now.
He makes you laugh every time he's there looking.
You called me out for sending mixed messages. There's something here. My past is not great.
Are you trying to say you want me?
But I can't have you.
You said that last time, didn't
Do I have this straight? You ran away from who you were. You don't want me to know. I have a past too, Jonathan. All I want is to never be her again. So I will never ask your name, who you were, what you did. I don't need to know. If you are honest with me from now forward, and I'm honest with you, if you let me leave her in the past, then the least I can do is the same for you.
It is true though, they're both kind of on the same wavelength, but total different scenarios though. Is he in his house again?
Hello, Joe. You know, there's nothing quite like a nice, cold, crisp lager after sex.
Putting it all on that woman.
The opportunity just sort of fell in my lap, didn't it?
I know, but you thought on your feet. Well, we're done dealing with the little people. Our main event.
No.
Oh, but you're gonna love it.
Great start.
Backing my political opponent, and he's a massive thorn in the side of your girlfriend. Lockwood, the devil. We're gonna have so much fun killing him.
Doing nothing, son. Do you know what I mean? At least do a bit of work. Do you know what I mean? Getting Joel to do everything. You're just the one pulling the string because you got a bit of dirt on him. Joel needs to get better at his investigation skills, honestly. Like, I know that he's been a good stalker in the past, whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know. But, like, this guy's got all the cards on the table, and he could just manipulate and pull the strings on Joel consistently. Oh, you're not going to go and kill Tom Lockwood? Ah, don't worry about it. What about Love, yeah? What about Beck? What about this? What about that? Do you remember this? Do you know what I mean? Candace, like, I've got it all. I know everything about you. I know all the frame jobs you've done. I know that you're not called Jonathan. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all of this he's got. Joel's got nothing on him. He can't turn him in. He can't reject him. He can't do anything. The only thing he could do is take him out. That is literally it. And again, you know what, right? Considering how good you are in these situations, Joe, about like stalking people and, you know, gathering information, like this one, it's been poor on your part. First of all, you've checked and searched your whole house for bugs before you found out it was Reese. Do you know what I mean? To see if people were spying on you and like doing stuff. Once you found out it was Reese, why have you not bugged your house yourself? The amount of times that this guy's referenced murder, we, kill, this, that, names, dropping, stuff, so many times. He's broke into your house multiple. He planted that ear. You could have literally like used all of that and framed him yourself as a setup, leaking the info, and you haven't done any of it. And that's why I'm disappointed on you, Joe, on that part, because I would have thought that he would have been clever enough to do something like that. Again, you know, he needs to kill him or kidnap him or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the guy's got too much power right now. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode 6 in the bag. A couple more to go. Interested to see how the season finishes. Do you know what I mean? It seems like Reese now is going for the biggest, baddest man, you know, that he can actually go for. And it's always, and the next one. Do this last one. I've done it. Yeah, but I've got one more. Do that. But what about this guy? Do you know what I mean? It's never enough. And Joel's done that. You know what I mean? Like, so last episode, if he planted it on Road and framed him as the killer, he still would have had this person next, Tom Lockwood, to go after. So, do you know what I mean? Like, it's always, that's why you can never trust them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get you, they'll pull you in, and then it's never enough. And again, like I just saying there, Joel should have been smart enough and wise enough to plant his own seed and get him confessing it so he can start blackmailing him. Like I say, he's in a position of power and he wants to take people down. And the reason why is actually explained in this episode, you know. I thought that he was saying that he was going after them because, you know, he was a person that come up from basically like a poverty background, basically, and rose up into the position of power that he is. And obviously he's had these friends, but they kind of like just threw their money all over the place, haven't they? If you look at it, like, you know, even that was one of the premises of one of the guys today that Joel was nearly going to frame. He was talking about how he hasn't got an alibi for everything that's been going on. You know, he's consistently doing coke. He has nothing really to wake up for apart from drinking and partying and drugs and stuff like that. And now that obviously his nose is busted up, he can't sniff it. He was asking somebody to inject it into his ass through a straw or something. And do you know what I mean? And Joe was looking at him as if to say, what the fuck? But then obviously that's kind of like, I don't know, give him a bit of, I don't know, a bit of look on his own life, and he's thinking, do you know what, I'm probably a bit crazy, aren't I? And obviously sitting down in you know, in that place when Joe was just about to drop the ear in his pocket, he was saying that he wants to be better at his life. You know, he's got all this money and Joel doesn't have any of it, yet Joel seems to be living his best life. You know, he's helping people, and he wants to be more like him. And you know, I kind of thought that was like Reese's plan in terms of, you know, looking at all these people with all this money wasting it, yet he's been through a position where he had no money, you know what I mean? And he's kind of like rose up into the position that he's been in, and he wants to kind of like take revenge on them. But no, he was kind of saying, look mate, you know, all these people have got information on him and they could derail his campaign to ascend to the top, and he feels like he is the main man, he is the best person to obviously run the country and spread his ideas, and he don't want anybody getting in the way of it, and that is the reason why he's targeting all of these people. So it's interesting that he's confessed that, you know, revealed it. And now obviously Joel's got to do his own, well, not his own investigation, but he's got to do his own planning on how to actually take him out. Obviously, we've looked at his apartment, his cameras all over. Every time he does a speech, there's loads of security guards there. He has to get him in his own, you know, like singular situation. And like I said, his house is a prime subject. If I was him, I would knock him out. You know, as he was leaving, I would drag him somewhere. I would cuff him. I would lock him up. You know, we've seen Joel do that many a times before on the show. What was it? In the first season, was Joel's first death. He had someone in his bookcase, didn't he? And then he had someone again in his bookcase, but then he let him go, and they kind of become good mates, didn't they? Do you remember? That was mad, that one. The guy with the blonde hair. That was an interesting season. I liked that. But I do feel like Joel needs to get him and tie him up, and, you know, he needs to, I don't know, kind of torture him, manipulate him, starve him, something. Well, just blatantly kill him, to be honest. The guy's got too much information on him, and that would be the best way to Joel to do that. Now, Joel's kind of in a relationship with Kate now, if you look at that in today's episode, you know. He's there. He's gone. He's confessed kind of that he does want to be with her, and he's jealous that she was with somebody else after, you know, it didn't go well with her, kind of obviously seeing that he's working for her dad. But I like Kate's premise, to be honest. You know, everybody has a past, and sometimes nobody wants that past to be dug up. And she was saying, look, mate, you know, you've got your past, I've got mine, but I only care about you, Jonathan. Well, she don't know he's called Joe, but you, Jonathan, in the present. You know, as long as from this point forward, you know, we go and we're honest and we don't look back, and we kind of like love each other, so to speak, then that's fine. I'll never go digging into your past. I'll never ask like who you are, where you're from, and why you're here. We'll just take every day as it comes. So I mean, that's all Joel wants, a new life. That's what he's tried to do. And Nadia, again, man, like, she annoyed me a little bit. She was like, well, that woman, first of all, was random how she was taking pictures of Joel and stuff, but she was a photographer who's absolutely a crazed fan of no, Lady Phoebe. I thought that was just a random plantation, if I'm being honest, but obviously that was a feeder for Joel for dropping the earring, for doing that plant. But Nadia's there like, oh, so strange, you know, like, he's a hero again. What's Lady Phoebe? It's like, why do you care? You're not part of their friendship group. Joe is. He's literally there. He's been to her like mansion. He stayed over. You know, they're good friends. You know nothing about them. Don't get involved in somebody's life. You know, I won't go and listen to you speak to your work colleague and they're like, oh, you're a hero, and I'd be like, why are you a hero? You know, why are you involved? That's kind of like what she's doing. And obviously she's going to dig deep, and it's going to be one of them situations again, innit, where what was her name? I forgot all the names now, but Jenna Ortega, yeah, her sister, you know, remember his landlord, she got too far into it and she got killed because of it. And that's going to be Nadia as well. She's doing her own digging when she doesn't need to get too involved, and she's going to get killed. So, again, man, I'm interested to see what deaths come for the remainder of this season. But that is going to wrap up today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.